Benzoyl peroxide is the one skincare ingredient that everyone just Hello again, I'm Hadia Dashe, your fairy glow mother, and I have magical powers that bring good fortune to your skin. I'm a licensed esthetician based in Oakland, and though my studio is currently closed, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for the latest updates on my reopening. Alright, it's volume 2 of the ABCs of Skincare series here on my YouTube. Today we're discussing the letter B. B is for benzoyl peroxide, or BPO. This video is also on OnlyFans in way more exhaustive detail, and I also give my unabashed opinions on products and techniques and everything, so you might want to go ahead and subscribe over there for the real tea. Today, I'm talking about benzoyl peroxide, or BPO. Benzoyl peroxide is an OG skincare ingredient that's been around since the late 1800s. It was initially used for treating burns and varicose tumors and staph infections, which I'm not sure if it's still used to treat those things today. Today, benzoyl peroxide is primarily used to treat acne, but it can also be used in teeth whitening, to disinfect water, and to bleach flour, hair, and other things. I feel like I need to give a disclaimer right now and just say, just because benzoyl peroxide can be used for those things, it doesn't mean that the BPO you have in your bathroom cabinets is capable of doing those things. So please don't attempt to do any of the aforementioned. This video will just be discussing benzoyl peroxide for acne. Cool? Cool. Benzoyl peroxide is readily available over the counter, but it can also be prescribed. What's most interesting here is that the amount of BPO available over the counter and via prescription is the exact same, between 2 to 10%. It's also very common to find certain benzoyl peroxide products under 2%, and that's because the FDA requires any concentration of BPO at 2% or higher to be classified as a drug, which has a whole different set of rules and regulations and costs a fuck ton of money. However, it is not common to find something like 15% BPO. In fact, research shows that there is no evidence supporting the theory that higher percentages are more effective when it comes to this particular ingredient. The primary difference between over-the-counter benzoyl peroxide and prescription is the inclusion of antibiotics. For example, clindamycin, an antibiotic, and BPO lotion is a very popular topical treatment prescribed by dermatologists. Now that I've gotten the basics out of the way, benzoyl peroxide is the one skincare ingredient that everyone is just using completely wrong. Don't worry, it's not entirely your fault. Honestly, I've seen the doctor's orders on some of these BPO prescriptions, and they leave out a lot of pertinent details. Plus, it doesn't help that we don't always read the directions on our products. But these manufacturers aren't writing the best instructions either. Both prescription and over-the-counter BPO products often gloss over the fact that the ingredient is a bleaching agent. Yes, it can bleach flour, your hair, but it will also bleach your skin. They also downplay sun exposure and the importance of SPF protection when utilizing products with benzoyl peroxide. Here's the thing. Benzoyl peroxide can be irritating as fuck. If your skin's condition isn't in the best shape prior to using BPO, you can experience lots of redness, burning, itching, swelling, and just general irritation. We don't want that. Fun fact, if you're allergic to or have a hypersensitivity to cinnamon, you are more likely to have a hypersensitivity to benzoyl peroxide. Science! In reality, 1 in 500 people have a hypersensitivity to BPO, so let's examine the best ways to utilize this ingredient and minimize irritation. First things first, you have to be real with yourself. There are many reasons why you may not be able to handle benzoyl peroxide. Your barrier can be impaired, your skin can be overexfoliated from product misuse, you can have a reaction to some other product, dermatitis may be present. There are a myriad of reasons why you may not be able to jump straight into the world of BPO, and that is totally okay. The secret to introducing benzoyl peroxide into your skincare routine effectively is time. That sounds kind of crazy, I know, but you have to remember that BPO is super fast acting and known to be irritating upon first use. Also, your skin's condition has a lot to do with how you are going to respond to benzoyl peroxide. So if you're using a benzoyl peroxide cleanser, you want to start off by using it every other night for 2 weeks to 1 month before using nightly. When cleansing, you want to follow LA Beautyologist's 60-second rule, and this is important. Rinse your cleanser away, then use a warm face cloth and wipe to remove any excess. Or you could just use the warm face cloth. That's totally a personal opinion. Eventually, when your skin gets more used to the BPO, you can just rinse it away just fine, and you may not need the face cloth. This process is formally called skin acclimation or skin acclimation period. And products or ingredients that require this are exfoliants such as benzoyl peroxide, AHAs, BHAs, retinoids, but also prescription topicals like hydroquinone. YouTube, this is where I have to say peace out. If you want to see the remainder of this video where I discuss other time techniques for other forms of benzoyl peroxide and the best BPO products to use, head on over to www.onlyfans.com/glowingafterdark. If you want to continue getting the skincare game for free $99, subscribe, click the notification bell, blah blah blah, tell a friend, you know the drill. Check out my other videos and follow me on social media. Peace.